I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal for how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was scarred with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. Soul bent torn, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcasted like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's your number one chief Hawks-Knicks universe, your main man, Uncle Freezy. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Man, it's good to see y'all, man. Good to be with y'all. Salute to the son of the legend, Kerry Cox. DSJ is in the building. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights is in the building. Alon Wise is in the building, man. What's good? I see you. Man, Andios, what's happening? What's good? What's good? What's good? Hey, you know what? I am going to start the conversation off with some nonsense. I'm going to start the conversation off with some nonsense, y'all. So, as a content creator, I think people find it their business to send me their wild trade scenarios, right? Their wild trade scenarios. Like, hey, Uncle Freezy, you know, I've been hearing such and such to such and such, man. What you think? And hey, hold on for just a second, y'all. Let me push. I'm gonna push my wife out the door. Oh boy, it's the weekend, y'all. So we're kind of a little bit here and there, whatever. Hey, salute to Pastor Jay is in the building, my brother. Aunt Dub in the building. Man, what time is it, y'all? What time is it? So it's 7:09 a.m. on a Saturday morning, And my phone is still blowing up, man, from people hitting me up from all across the NBA universe. Talking about several different trade scenarios, all involving the Knicks. Some you have heard, some you have not. Right? Some that are unfamiliar. I'll share one with you that I've heard from a couple of people, and I don't know how accurate this is, right? I don't know how accurate this is, right? I don't know if there's something to it, if there's nothing to it, whatever. But something that I heard as starting last night, simply the intellect is in the building. God is good all the time. I know that for myself. So here's something someone sent to me. I want to run it by y'all. Y'all tell me what y'all think, because it's a heartbreaker to me. As a matter of fact, let me do. Man, I didn't even do a thumbnail, y'all. This is crazy. I didn't even do a thumbnail. Let me put a thumbnail out here so I can. I didn't even put a thumbnail out here, man. That's wild, right? Let me put a thumbnail out here. Then details. Thumbnail. Let me do. I'm gonna put a thumbnail out here because y'all watching on YouTube and y'all probably like, man, he didn't even do a thumbnail or nothing. So let me do that. Let me do a thumbnail. Let me put a thumbnail out here. But yeah. So here's a trade scenario that I want to share with y'all, and I just want to first of all, good morning, and let me secondly say it's the weekend, baby. Where y'all know that from? It's the weekend, baby. Where y'all know that from? So I have a trade scenario, and when I first heard it, I was like, you blow my mind, baby. Yeah. I'm gonna put one out. I'm a let me save that. Boom. Okay. So I just saved that. Salute everybody. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Jay Singh in the building. Salute. Yeah, man. Y'all listen to Kerry Cox. Kerry Cox says, man, y'all hit that like button. Salute. Hey, support the channel. You know what I mean? So here is the trade scenario. You know what? I'm gonna put it. You know what? I'm gonna put it on screen so that you can see it. So bear with me for a moment. And I'm not trying to build up drama. I just don't want to mess it up, everybody. So I'm not trying to build up drama. I'm not trying to hold you. It's too early in the morning for that. Like, we need to get like straight down to the. We need to get straight to the nitty gritty. But I want to make sure. That I don't mess this up. So it's not about building drama. It's about doing this thing right. And I know y'all want this party started right. And I know y'all want this party started quickly. right? So here is the trade scenario that I saw. I just sent it to my guy, and he was like, "Hey, bro, you high." He legit said, "Hey, bro, you high." And I was like, "Nah, this is not me. This is not me. This is what somebody sent to me." And I'm going to share it with y'all. I'm going to put it on the screen so that y'all can see it. And thank y'all for rocking with me, man, early on a Saturday morning. Miss Mocha, that's a song, right? That's a song, right? Up early on a Saturday morning, outside, the rain is falling. Is that a song? Up early on a Saturday morning, outside, I hear the rain is falling. DSJ, is that a song? So this was the trade that somebody sent to me, right? And when they sent it, it was like in paragraph form. It was like Shakespeare was on Red Bull, right? Like the longest DM you ever saw in your life. And I'm like, why did you just say do this? Simply the intellect says all cried out. Me? I'm all cried out. So here's the trade. Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson to Atlanta for DeJounte Murray and Jalen Johnson. Kerry Cox says Lisa and Cult Jam. Yeah, man, I used to love them from back in the day. Bold the song. What? Okay. All right. Whatever. DSJ says it's a song, but since I'm not all cried up. Oh, okay. A law in 112. Okay. All right. Okay. I got you. So for all you Randall non-likers, would you consider Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson for DeJounte Murray and Jalen Johnson? And you know, in every trade scenario that I hear, yo, simply the intellect says you slow this. Yeah, man. Yeah, hey, man. I probably need some coffee or something, bro. I probably need something caffeinated, man. It's early. It's Saturday morning, bro. I usually sleep in on Saturday mornings, man. So what do you think about this trade scenario, right? Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson to Atlanta for DeJounte Murray and Jalen Johnson. Now, for all the Randle people that don't really like Randle, this seems like the ideal trade package. Right. You get a nice, bouncy, active young wing that's not paid yet. And your big jumbo off-ball playmaker in DeJounte Murray for Julius Randle and your backup center. What are y'all thinking? Knicks fans, what are y'all thinking? In terms of basketball moves, I'm not gonna lie to you. In terms of basketball moves, I really don't have an opinion. Metz is in the building. King Imbert is in the building. In terms of basketball moves, I really don't have an opinion. In terms of Julius Randle, y'all know he my favorite Knick, right? So why are we even playing? Y'all know Julius Randle was my favorite Knick. So why are we even playing? Why are we even talking about this? Right? I want Julius Randle to retire a Knick. I want to see Julius Randle's sons walk him out on the floor in the Garden in about 15 years, 20 years as we retire number 30. Right? That's what I'd like to see. Right? That's what I'd like to see. I'd like to see a grown-up Kyan, I think that's his name, walk Randle out on the floor as everybody look up in the Raptors and see 30 is retired for Randle and Bernard King. That's what I'd like to see. Now, that's my preference. I don't want to see Randle go anywhere. Right? That's my guy. In my opinion, Julius Randle is our franchise player. In my opinion. And I know that's an unpopular opinion. Frankly, I don't care. That's just how I feel. And I feel as if I'm entitled to feel the way that I'd like to feel. Just like I don't judge y'all on the way that y'all have, the way y'all feel or y'all opinions. That's my stance. My stance is Julius Randle is our franchise player. Now, do we have great players around Julius? Absolutely. Jalen Brunson is undeniable. OG Anunoby is undeniable. Dante DiVincenzo is my heartstring. Josh Hart is really good. Isaiah Hartenstein is good. But for the sake of conversation, I do have a Knicks content channel. And for things like this, these are the type of things we have to discuss, regardless if I agree with it or not. I feel like it should at least be a part of the conversation. That's my thoughts. Now, before we say no, absolutely, before we say absolutely not, I think it's only fair to look at the Knicks roster after we do the trade. What do the Knicks look like after we do the trade? I'm going to put it up on the screen. I want y'all to see what it looks like after we do this weird trade. Just after we do the trade, I want to see what the roster looks like. DSJ says Jalen Johnson is upside in the next 2 or 3 years. He might put up numbers comparable to 20 and 10, but outside of shooting has to improve a bit more. Right. Craig McQueen is in the building. How's that starting five look to you guys? How's the starting five of Jalen Brunson, DeJounte Murray, OG Anunoby, Jalen Johnson, Isaiah Hartenstein look to you guys? And then how does Deuce, Dante, and Josh Hart off the bench look to you guys? Then you can use your free agency dollars or whatever, mid-level exemptions to bring in your Kelly Oubres, your Najee Marshalls, your Jackson Hayes, your whoever you feel like is out there. How does this look to y'all? And I'm just asking y'all opinion, right? Just asking y'all's opinion on this. This is not me saying this is what I want to do. I want Randall to retire a Knick. But for the sake of conversation, I want to talk to you guys about this, see what y'all think. To me, Julius Randle right now is a top 25 Knick of all time, in my opinion. In my opinion, Julius Randle is a top 25 Knick of all time, in my opinion. But y'all already know that I'm a Randle truther. Right? I'm a Randle truther. So y'all already know how I feel about Randle. Yeah, DSJ says, we look like a playoff team still, yet something is missing. You know what's missing, DSJ. You know what's missing. Y'all know what's missing right here. Y'all know what's missing here. That dog is missing here. Y'all know what's missing here. That big bully is missing. That's what's missing here. Y'all know what's missing. As soon as you take Randall out of this lineup, you already know what's missing here. Y'all already know as soon as you remove Randall from the roster, the dog is gone. Where my dog's at? Benny, stop looking at me like that, Benny. Kerry Cox says this is missing defense. I don't know. Jalen Johnson is all right, and DeJounte Murray is all right. They are right now. I mean, it's not. And simply the intellect says, so why take him out of the lineup? What are we doing? No, nobody said take him out of the lineup. It's a conversation, boss. Nobody, I never said I'm for trading Randall. The conversation started with me saying I'm a Randall fan. And this conversation is for you Randall non-believers. Y'all should enjoy this. I think the trade is an entertaining. This trade scenario is one that's entertaining to look at. I'm not going to lie to you. It's an interesting one to look at. Trades, okay. as a basketball fan, I ain't gonna lie. Trades get me excited. New stuff get me excited. Like when you make a trade, you're like, oh snap, Batman. This is entertaining. But not with Randall, bro. Not with Randall. Randall's my dog. Randall's my dog. But it would be interesting to see if the Knicks are actually in this scenario where they would even consider making this move. And no, I disagree with you. Hey, Cox, I disagree with you. Jalen Johnson right now, is a better player, in my opinion, is a better all-around player than Josh Hart. There's nothing Josh Hart does that Jalen Johnson doesn't do better. In my opinion. And do you really want to insert Josh Hart in a must-shoot position? Do you want Josh Hart with your starters being a guy that must create offense and must shoot the basketball? Jalen Johnson, everybody, for those that don't watch Atlanta Hawks basketball, I'm going to see if I can find his numbers. Jalen Johnson, for those that don't watch Atlanta Hawks basketball, Jalen Johnson shot 51% from the floor, 35% from three, 73% from the free throw line, and he scored. Where's his points per game? I don't see his points per game. You blow my mind. Oh, they have his totals up here. That's weird. Okay. Let me turn my phone off. Okay, there we go. And Kerry Cox says, run it back and sign Oubre. Let me show you this. What if you keep that and just sign Kelly Oubre? What if you just do that? Ricardo Torres is in the building. What if you just do that? What if you just sign Kelly Oubre? I have a different trade scenario too. Also, thanks to somebody that came across my YouTube feed, I was chilling. Just going about my Saturday morning, walking around looking for somebody to yell at. You know me. Get out of here, you dog. Looking for Hey, you still here? Wait a minute. What'd you say? No, what's the first part you said? Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. Andio says, hit that like, subscribe to the channel, and enjoy the show. Bim. Yes, indeed. What is that? Kilpie? Okay. Knicks did a lot with the beat up players. Everybody got hurt. Yep. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. And for that reason, I'm entertaining this trade scenario. Somebody sent me, listen, when you text me, man, y'all know I have a short attention span, right? Because for the most part, we're busy, right? So when you text me, don't text me stuff like 300 words, right? When you text me 300 words, I'm gonna read like the first 20, and then I'll just get back to it. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. And like when you text me, if you text me like 20 text messages, I'm gonna read like 3 of them. After that, it's what it is. Right. So the thing is, here's the thing. The thing is, the trade, it's not like that trade doesn't make sense. Right. It does make basketball sense, right? Depending on what your direction is. Right. If the Knicks want to save money in the future and add future assets for a bigger trade, then this trade makes sense. If there is a bigger fish to fry out, there's a bigger fish to catch out there, then this trade makes sense. Right? And this trade makes sense for DSJ says, I honestly think that the Knicks shouldn't trade anyone. If we're trading anyone, it shouldn't be Mitch. He's better in turn than iHeart. Durability aside, he's the anchor of the defense. Yeah. So here's the reason why this trade makes sense for the Knicks, y'all. And I don't know if you've seen this or not, but underneath where you see the Knicks logo, right? Then you see the word Knicks. Then you see plus 2 players, right? 25.5 million. Then you see cap impact. Doing this trade, the Knicks save $14.6 million against the cap. That's where this trade makes sense. Now for Atlanta's trading for a multiple-time All-Star, so they know they're going to pay more money. It's just what it is. But if you're the Knicks, in the short term, you save about $15 million against the cap. And I know what you guys are. Oh, $15 million. What can you do with $15 million, man? $15 million ain't nothing, man. What do you do with $15 million? Kelly Oubre. That's what you could do with $15 million. Kelly Oubre is what you can get for $15 million. You know what else you can get with $15 million? You may be closer to a superstar trade scenario. Because you still have Bogey's 19. Plus this $15 million that you saved. Right? So you're looking at $33, $34 million. Approximately. It's $33, $34, $35 million, somewhere in that range. I don't know. I'm not just going by this website. I'm just going to say approximately. between $33 and $35 million that you have available. And now this and your trade exception may be able to get you the superstar that you've been waiting for. Now, mind you, I am not for trading Randall. Let me be abundantly clear. Let me state this so that people won't go on this man's internet and talk about how I want to trade Randall, because I don't. Why is it on the screen? A Knicks fan sent this to me in a thing where it's like they were passionate about it, so I decided to share it with y'all. Here's the thing. Why would Atlanta do it? Right? Why would Atlanta do this? And it's clear. The return they get for DeJounte Murray depends on other team needs. Right? You can't force a team to take DeJounte Murray, and you can't force a team to pay you what you want to be paid for DeJounte Murray. And trust me, we're going to talk about a team trying to force people to pay a certain thing for their player. Why would Atlanta do this? The reason why Atlanta does this is because it immediately makes them tougher on the court, right? It immediately makes, listen, if you thought Mitch was a lob threat in his younger days, Mitchell Robinson and Trae Young, to me, the connection between Mitch and Trae Young is going to be phenomenal. Mitch is only 26. Mitch is not 40. Mitch is 26 and has had a lot of injuries, right? Mitch is not 50 years old. And I love Mitch. I don't want to trade Mitch either. I'd rather keep Mitch. But what does this do for Atlanta? Atlanta's in a situation where clearly players just don't want to, I hate to say it, players don't want to go to Atlanta. Even the young boy Saw, he don't want to go to Atlanta. He not even answering their calls. He didn't even schedule a workout in Atlanta. So what do you do if you're Atlanta and you know you're in this weird situation where you may not be the ideal landing spot, but you do want to create a winner? You want to take advantage of Trae Young's timeline. Well, Trae Young and Mitchell Robinson are the same age. Trae Young and Mitchell Robinson are the same age. If you're Mitch, do you sign up for this? Probably not, because I know Mitch loves New York, and we love Mitch too. But if you gotta go somewhere where you can touch the basketball, if you want to play in a situation where you know if you hustle, you're gonna get the basketball in the right side, Mitchell Robinson, I hate to say it, and I know it's going to rub people the wrong way, but Mitchell Robinson has never played with a true point guard. Jalen Brunson is a perimeter passer, right? Jalen Brunson is a perimeter passer. You'll see his passes go to jump shooters. Jalen Brunson's not looking on the interior to pass the ball to anybody deep on the inside. I think this absolutely works for Atlanta. They can still use their number 1 overall pick and draft a guy. They're trading away 2 starters off of a playing team. Whoop-de-doo. Atlanta's trading away 2 starters on a playing team. Ooh, 2 starters on a playing team. Meanwhile, they're getting an all-star on a legit championship contender. And a guy that used to start and lost his job due to injury. We still don't know. We still don't know if Mitch is not the starter. We just know he didn't start when he came back from injury. We don't know that Mitch is not the long-term starter or not. DSJ says Brunson rarely passes in the interior. Yeah, because he's not big enough. Because he's not big enough. I don't fault him for it. These are circumstances. These are things that we have to live with. But I was earlier, I was walking around looking for somebody to yell at. Like I was looking at the goldfish, like, hey, what are y'all doing in there? I was looking at the dogs, like, what are y'all doing over there? And across my YouTube feed, this thing BKNY Hoops, I think that's the name. BKNY Hoops. I think it's a Brooklyn Nets channel. They don't have nothing to talk about. They've been in Cancun for like 6 months, so they ain't really having the Brooklyn Nets have been in Cancun since before the All-Star break, so they don't have nothing to talk about. So I'm gonna see if he. Okay, so it's early in the morning. Where is it? Okay. Dripmore is in the building. Salute. So the Brooklyn Nets guy put out a trade scenario. Right? He put out a trade scenario. It was Brooklyn and the Knicks. Where's Brooklyn in the standings? Brooklyn is 11th, right where they belong, 32 and 50. Right where they belong. Knicks in second place, 50 and 32, right where they belong. They proposed a trade to the Knicks. Mikal Bridges. And the trade they offered is Mikal Bridges to the Knicks for Bogdanovich and Deuce. Bogdanovich, Deuce, and the Knicks give up. And don't laugh when I do this, y'all. But they give up 4 first-round picks. That one. Where's the Bucks pick? There it is. And let's zoom. Let's go down here and say 2027. This is what they say the trade is for them. Hey, you still in there? I thought you was leaving at 7:45. Yeah, huh? Oh, yeah. Cowboy Bob is in the building. Right. This is what they offer. Notice they didn't add another player. Notice they did not add another player with Mikal Bridges. Notice they didn't add a Dorian Finney-Smith or a Cam Johnson or, notice they didn't add that, right? 4 first-round picks for Mikal Bridges. And they were like, yeah, that'll do it. Wiz is in the building. Wiz will say, I would only trade Randall for Markkanen, and to avoid the direct Ainge drama, I would do a 3 or 4-way trade. Knicks, Hawks, Jazz, Lakers. Knicks get Laurie, Rui, DeJounte, give up Mitch, Randall, Bojan for first. Wow, Wiz is busy. West Coast. It must be like 5 o'clock in the morning. Wiz, 5 o'clock in the morning. Where you gonna be? $5 o'clock in the morning. Where Wiz is at? Cowboy Bob says 6 for 1. That's a Nets fan dream. Exactly. This is what I woke up to, though. This is what I woke up to. Hey, DP says, you better get yourself together. Get yourself together, Wiz. Salute to Wiz. Wiz says, I still live on East Coast time after 24 years out here. At 24 years out there, that man's still on East Coast time. Well, let me tell you how the East Coast rock. Simply the intellect says, you woke up like this. Yeah. I was minding my business too, man. Just chilling out. But here's the thing about Brooklyn fans, right? Brooklyn fans are used to the nicer things. They're used to the nicer things, right? They get whatever they want. Historically, Brooklyn, the New Jersey / Brooklyn organization, they're used to nice things, man. Dr. J, Derek Coleman, Kenny Anderson, Drazen Petrovic, Chris Morris, Richard Jefferson, Vince Carter, Jason Kidd, Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, Darren Williams. They're used to nice things, man. Gerald Wallace, James Harden, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving. They're used to nice things, right? They're so used to nice things that nothing is out of the realm of possibility for them because they are used to getting what they want. In terms of player wise, they're used to getting what they want. But they won't win championships. And that goes for a lot of teams. Wiz, I see what you meant by this trade. It's very complicated. The only thing that I can't figure out is what the Lakers get out of this. Like, what did the Lakers get out of this? And what did the Hawks get? What did the Lakers get? Why would the Lakers even give up Rui Hachimura? Like, what are they getting out of this? And what did the Hawks get for giving up DeJounte Murray? Do they get all 4 of those draft picks? Do the Lakers just get Bojan? If you're the Lakers, why would they trade Bojan for Rui Hachimura? And if you're the Hawks and the Jazz are getting all the picks, I'm not for sure why the Hawks would do it. Why I'm not even sure for. And you know I love some Lauri Markkanen, by the way. Right? Throwing my heartstring out there like that. 7-footer that can dribble and shoot, big, strong body. And I'm not saying Lauri Markkanen is Larry Bird, but yeah, it kind of remind me of that big movement shooter. I'm not saying he's Larry Bird, right? That's not what I'm saying. But yeah. And DSJ says what we all think, man. Scooter, the Lakers are so small. The Lakers are so propped up by the NBA. The Lakers are so propped up by the NBA, but you know what? When you win championships, man, that's a part of it. And the Knicks won't be in that propped up organization conversation until we start winning championships. Once you win championships, you can get propped up. Once you win championships, you can get propped up. This is the one that's intriguing to me, and I'm going to update the spreadsheet, right? I'm going to update the spreadsheet so y'all can see what it looks like. So I'm gonna share the spreadsheet with y'all so that y'all will see what this looks like, right? So let's do this. How does that look to y'all? Top Notch T is in the building. Salute. How does that roster look to y'all? 4 Nova guys on the roster. Okay. Now all you need is a second unit point guard and Kelly Oubre. What are y'all thinking when y'all see this? And I'm not for sure. I know Mikal Bridges is a starter, right? I know he's a starter, right? Where it says Hawks get D'Angelo Russell, Randall, Boyan expiring, 3 firsts, 4 seconds. Wow. Wow. Lakers get 3 firsts, 3 seconds. Knicks actually give up 5 firsts and 4 seconds. It's a lot, brother. That's a lot, brother. Shot Powell's in the building. Yo, King Imbert says that's a championship team, boss. Corey Lee in the building. Y'all, and listen, whatever King Imbert says goes, right? And that man says that's a championship level team right there off rip Bim. Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Dante DiVincenzo, Josh Hart. That's your wing combination. Your bigs are Randall, Hartenstein, Mitchell Robinson. What do you do here? What do you do here about ball handling? Because none of these dudes, outside of Brunson, none of these dudes are ball handlers. None of them. I'm not talking about dribblers. I'm not talking about dribble. I'm talking about ball handlers. Oh boy, Bricks Nation is in the building. Oh crap. Oh boy, somebody who let the dog out. Bricks Nation is in the building. Y'all better watch y'all comments. Bricks Nation is in the building. Oh boy. Bricks Nation is in the building. First, how do y'all feel about this trade? How do y'all feel about that trade? Are y'all comfortable trading away that much? Simply the intellect says we ain't never scared. Oh boy. Bricks Nation says draft Tyler Kolek, a rookie point guard, to be the backup. The only thing with that, though, is you traded away a bunch of those picks in order to get Mikal Bridges. DSJ says, I wouldn't want to trade away that many assets, but if it gets us closer to a championship. I would say this, right? If you do the Mikal Bridges trade, for one, the hype around the organization is going to be crazy. If you do the Mikal Bridges trade, you can't tell a Knicks fan nothing. If you execute the Mikal Bridges trade just like how the Nets fan laid it out, the Roommates podcast will be lit. That's all I'm going to say. For those that watch the Roommates podcast, that is going to be lit. Right? If you can imagine the couch with Mikal Bridges, Dante DiVincenzo, Josh Hart, and Jalen Brunson. Yeah, a Celtics fan won't be able to tell you nothing. I ain't gonna lie to you. In terms of the hype surrounding the Knicks, people won't be able to tell you nothing. Legit, the Knicks will be the most talked about franchise in the NBA. I equate this to if the Knicks were to pull off the trade for Mikal Bridges and keep Randall and Mitch and others, this would be equivalent to Juan Soto to the Yankees. This would be equivalent to Aaron Rodgers to the Jets. This would be equivalent to the New York Giants finally doing something right. Mikal Bridges to the New York Knicks, and it's basically draft picks. would be equivalent to Randy Moss to the Patriots. The hype would be phenomenal. Now, mind you, all those teams that I mentioned, the Jets, the Patriots, the Yankees, none of them won anything, right? But the hype was crazy. Mikal Bridges to the New York Knicks to go with Randall and the Nova Boys would be insane. And you keep Mitch? Insane. Insane. It'll be equivalent to Aaron Rodgers to the Jets. It'll be equivalent to Randy Moss to the Patriots. It would be equivalent to the New York Giants, the New York Football Giants walking and chewing bubblegum at the same time. Clap it up for them. They did something right. Wiz says that's too much for Mikal. If the Nets give in, keep Randall. Okay, all right, okay. So X says there's two factors that will prevent us from getting Bridges. The Nets think Bridges is worth more than the rest of the league does, and Brooklyn would never give us a player that we need for a chip. And that's logic. Logic, right? Right? That's logic. That's being smart. Right? But what happens to teams that get too cute and give teams time to think about what's actually happening? Teams that say, nah, man, we need a young player. We need a young player, a veteran, and 3 first-round picks for OG Anunoby. You know what happens? They wind up getting RJ Barrett and Emmanuel Quickly. You know what happens when teams say, hey, man, we need 3 first-round picks, a veteran, and a young player for Zach LaVine? You wind up not getting that. So you could play poker, and I get it, X. That was a great point. That's a great point, and I agree with you. Like, the last time we heard from them, this was their stance. Right? But then reality sets in. Teams get smart. Circumstances change. And when you are asking for blah, 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 blah for Pascal Siakam, come to find out at the trade deadline, you don't get that. Because you held on to him so long, you let the best offer pass you by. Philly was offering them the whole kit and caboodle for Pascal Siakam. They didn't take it. Philly took their offer off the table, and they wind up getting like a pick and a swap and some salary filler for Pascal Siakam. Same thing with OG Anunoby. Trying to be cute, right? We want, for OG Anunoby, we want Mikal Bridges and Cam Thomas and 2 unprotected firsts and a lightly protected first and second-round pick, and they wind up getting RJ Barrett and Emmanuel Quickly. Now, I'm not saying that I'm smart enough to work in an NBA front office. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is You have to strike while the iron is hot. Either you want to trade or you don't. Right? Because here's the thing. If you don't want to trade, say you don't want to trade. But throwing out a ridiculous asking price and then offending the market, and then when you get back to the market, you're like, y'all remember when I asked? Yeah, we remember that. No, we ain't doing that. No, we ain't doing that. Trust, there are going to be people traded this offseason, right? There are 4 people I think that are going to be traded. And when you hear the asking price, you're going to be like, shit, we could have bought 3 of them. Watch what the Pelicans get in return for Brandon Ingram. When you thought they were going to get 3 first-round picks, a young player, such and such and such, watch what the Pelicans get for Brandon Ingram. And you're going to be like, that's all? Watch what the Bulls get for Zach LaVine. Watch. Don't believe me. Just watch. The Kings just re-signed Malik Monk, right? That was the Bulls' primary trade target for Zach LaVine. Now what? Watch what the Hawks get for DeJounte Murray. All this hype around DeJounte Murray. Oh, him and Trey can't play together because DeJounte's really a point guard and, blah, blah, blah. Watch what they get for DeJounte Murray. You're going to be like, hell, we could have did that. Watch. Watch what Brooklyn gets for Mikal Bridges. People saw Mikal Bridges get exposed, right? Right? People legit. Mikal Bridges is a star. He has his own team and blah, blah, blah. By the end of the season, 2 things occurred. Brooklyn asked that man to sit down and break his streak because they wanted to tank. He wouldn't do it. That's the rumor. The rumor is Mikal Bridges and Brooklyn are not on good terms because they were ready to tank and that man didn't want to break some Iron Man streak or whatever it is. And then by the end of the season, one could argue that Cam Thomas was their best player. Sherwin is in the building. How long Sherwin been in here? How long Sherwin been? Sherwin, you been here for a minute? Salute. Good morning, Sherwin. He says Danny Ainge, Ujiri, and Brooklyn will ask for the moon if we want to trade with them. Sure. But the key word is ask. The key word is ask. The key word is ask. And Danny Ainge is not the Don of franchise building. Right? Danny Ainge is not the Don of franchise building. He's not. He's just a dude that was in a position that was fortunate with some moves, got the big head like, yo, I could do this all the time. Like the dude that pulled Beyonce one night, think he could pull Beyonce types all the time. You got to relax, bro. Like that Knicks content creator that shot his shot with Janet Jackson at one time. You got to relax, bro. Chief is in the building, says, salute to everybody. A lot of Pau Gasol for Kwame Brown trades because of the cap. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Bricks Nation says move the Nets to Vegas and call them the Vegas Bets. Move them to Vegas and call them the Short Shots. Maybe they can play in the Sphere. Yeah, so when it comes to these teams and their asking prices, all I'm gonna say is that yesterday's prices are not today's prices. Anthony D is in the building. Salute to Anthony D. Anthony D in the building. Probably stirring up a mimosa right now. Champagne life. Probably doing 1/3 orange juice, 2/3 champagne. Everybody in the club getting tipsy. The price that you put out there last year has to balance out with the tape that player put out last year. So you can't talk to me about his Phoenix price. Cynic is in the building. Your asking price has to balance out with the tape. Right? Don't talk to me about Mikal Bridges, how he looked next to Chris Paul, when we now have a body of work with what Mikal Bridges looks like in Brooklyn. See, you could have had me. You could have had me when I was thinking Mikal Bridges was being held back by Phoenix and he just needs some time to grow. So I'm going to take all these picks. But now that there's film on him and we see all these deficiencies, I ain't giving you 4 first-round picks is out of the question. Sorry. And I know what Brooklyn's going to say. Sorry, Brooklyn, I'm not paying you all that. And I know Brooklyn's going to be like, is sorry all that you can say? Yes. Brooklyn. Sorry is all that I could say for y'all. Sorry. Words don't come easily, Brooklyn. Sorry. We saw what Mikal Bridges is carrying a load. And you are putting out a asking price for a load carrier. Mikal Bridges is not a load carrier. Newcomen is in the building. What's good? Chief says Memphis and Houston raised the price out of desperation last season. Right. They thought they were going to do something. Right. But last year's prices are not this year's prices. Sorry, Brooklyn. Mikal Bridges played every game, and y'all won 30 games, and y'all want to tell me he's a difference maker. Sorry. That man played every game. And you want to tell me that he is a difference maker, and y'all were in the lottery. What kind of difference did he make? Sorry, Brooklyn. Sorry is all that I can say. Words don't come easily. I'm sorry. Sorry, Brooklyn. Now, what we could do is make you an offer commensurate on what y'all asking, since y'all are in y'all perpetual rebuild. Right? We could give you 2 attractive first-round picks and some salary match. And print your receipt, and y'all go on about what y'all do. Y'all go ahead and move to Seattle. Anthony D on the mimosas already. Is it mimosas or mimosas? It's mimosas. I don't know. I don't drink that. I don't drink stuff. I don't. I had one of them joints one time. It was like, mimosa. Yeah, I don't drink. Yeah, man. Orange juice and peach juice and champagne. Man, my head was hurting so bad, bro. I was like, yo, I don't know how chicks drink that all day. All day? All day. Man, had my head hurting so bad, bro. I'm a man. I'm a man. I can't drink mimosas all day. Champagne and orange juice. Had my head hurting so bad. Yo, JB in the building. Salute. JB says, what picks do we that are attractive? The Knicks unprotected picks is probably the ones that they'll value the most. Right? The Milwaukee Bucks top 5 protected pick is one that they'll value. Top 4 protected. The Bucks top 4 protected pick. Sherman says Brooklyn was playing with 6'11" center who was around 200 pound. Nick Claxton is listed at 215. He looks like more like 190. Yeah. But a load carrier would have had them winning despite that, is my point. See, Jalen Brunson is a load carrier, right? Jalen Brunson legit carried the load with Randall, OG, Mitch, Bogey, Burks, everybody. Just seemed a lot of people out. And Brunson was still carrying the load. Would I trade 6 first-round picks for Jalen Brunson if he was on another team? Yes. But fortunately, he's on our team. AD says that sounds like a James Brown record. I'm a man. Yo, James Brown, that's my guy, right? James Brown had a song where he said, please. James Brown had a song where he said please for like, he said please like 700 times on a record one time. James Brown had a record that was 6 minutes long where he just said please for the whole record. The background singers was just singing please with him. James was like, please, 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 please. And the background singers was like, please, 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 please. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Cheryl says Cameron Johnson was playing the 4 with Brooklyn. He's a wing. I get it, Sherwin. I get it. But if you're a load carrier, you win despite that. Josh Hart was playing the 4, and he's a wing, and the Knicks still won 50 games. Basically, what I'm saying is there has to be true value. Like, you're not going to tell me he's good, and I watch the tape, and it says he's all right. See, I'm not going to fall for the Nia Long, bro. You ain't get ready to Nia Long me, bro. Nah, you ain't going to tell me she kind of looked like Janet Jackson. Nah. No. No, you're not gonna. No, you ain't gonna. No, Brooklyn front office talking about she kind of looked like Janet Jackson. No, or was it her friend? Her friend was on the phone, said she kind of looked like Janet Jackson, right? That's what it was. Like Mikal Bridges trying to tell us he kind of looked like Janet Jackson. No, I'm sorry. And sorry is all I can say about that. She says, AD, you win the day only because of the circumstance. I ain't saying nothing disrespectful about how she looked. I'm talking about how she described her friend. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying how she described Mikal Bridges got us thinking she looked, thinking we getting Janet Jackson and it's more like Freddie Jackson. Nah, no, can't be that. Sherwin says Brooklyn didn't have the talent. You can double Bridges like teams did Randall in the playoffs before he got. Yeah, no, nah. Teams double Jalen Brunson, bro. Hey, is that our helicopter? What I'm saying to everybody is I get Mikal Bridges is a good player, right? But the asking price, don't put Mikal Bridges in the Luka Doncic trade package category and then be mad when nobody wants to pay it. Are you want to get hold on everybody. You want to give out hugs before you go? All right. The missus is gone. It's party time. Yeah, do what Corey Lee says. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We got a lot of content coming up, man. A lot of stuff, a lot of crossover events. Sherwin says teams Brother Hernandez number fell off in the playoff. Teams doubled Brunson and his numbers fell off in the playoff. But the thing is Brunson made the playoffs. Brunson made the playoffs. And Luka's a top 5 player. Bridges is top 50 to 7. Sure, we agree. But their trade package can't be the same. Their asking price can't be the same. That's the point that I'm getting at. The point that I'm getting at is if Luka is top 5 and Bridges is, say, top 60, you can't ask for a Luka Doncic trade package for a top 60 player because you feel like that's his value. That's what you can get on the open market. Nah. No. That's not how things work. You get what you can get and you move on. Rich boys in the building, salute. That's not how things work, bro. We're not getting ready to pay 4 or 5 first-round picks for a dude that's going to come here and be our 5th best player or 4th best player. And then when you get him, he's going to come here and play the 2. So not only is he playing out of position, the guy's position that he took is now in a reduced role. I'm sorry. Brooklyn. Take these 2 unprotected first and bogey and move on. Don't overdo it. Don't get cute, Brooklyn. Take these 2, take this 25 and 27 unprotected and move on. Bricks Nation back at it again, says Tobias Harris for the vet men. I'm all for it. I'm off. Hey, man. I've been a fan of Tobias Harris for a long time. Do I think he'll be great? No. Do I think he'll be our 5th wing? Yes. I think Tobias Harris will probably be our 5th wing player, right behind OG, Josh Hart, Kelly Oubre, Mikal Bridges, Tobias Harris. I think that's championship. Think the Knicks add a guard like Delano Banton. Add a Delano Banton type of guard. Bring back Alec Burks. Bring in a 3rd center behind Mitch and Hartenstein. I don't know who it is either, because I know y'all gonna say, "Well, who, Uncle Freezy? Who?" I don't know. Whoever is happy being a 7-footer, a 7-footer. Bring back Precious. I don't hear enough of that from everybody. I don't hear enough of y'all talking about bringing back Precious Achua. Precious, you got to come back, bro. Yep. I agree. Matter of fact, I'm gonna hit up my man BG later on today, probably after breakfast. Probably after breakfast, I'm gonna hit up BG and talk to Tobias Harris and some Sixers stuff. See if we can schedule him to come on and all of that stuff. Also, thank you everybody for rocking with me early Saturday morning. I generally don't do Saturdays. The missus going out of town, girls trip. I think it's like a million of them doing something. So I got the day to myself. I have the day to myself, so I know something crazy is gonna pop off. Probably hit up the homies, man, ride out. Make sure y'all check out Know the Ledge later on today. I think probably about 11. Ron will probably be rocking the spot. Wiz, you know it. Party at the crib tonight. Always be my party at the crib tonight. You know how I go. That's our saying from down here, yo. Don't nobody steal it. Party at the crib tonight. Always be our party at the crib tonight. You already know it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be bonkers around here. So I'm gonna probably run out of here and get some breakfast. I may be able to catch still Know the Ledge. I may not. It's Saturday. Ain't no telling. I'll probably just pull up somewhere to the home, pull up somewhere, man, and hang out. Saturdays, man. It's Saturdays. It's like Saturdays. We all enjoy them, right? We all enjoy Saturdays. So I'm gonna get out of here, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all later. We might be able to jump on tonight. It depends on if I can get up with a few of the guys, just so that I can put a rock in their shoe, and so that they can rag me about us losing OG and Anobi. Y'all have a good one, man. Peace. Peaceful journeys to everybody, man. The way that y'all move and all that stuff, whatever it is that y'all doing today, man. Make sure y'all enjoy yourselves. Ron, still Knicks fans, gonna be doing Know the Ledge, I think. So y'all go check him out, man, and support him. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.